In one of these last videos, this one here, here's a thumbnail for it, I froze some leftover ground beef, raw ground beef that I had. I thawed it out. I've got it cooking here in this pan, and I'm going to make easy beef bowls for lunch for my family today and take you along with me. My name is Erica Lucas. Thank you for being here. I'm also going to show you my garden because I need some peppers for the recipe, so I'm going to go out there and get some peppers. Before I go out in the garden, let me show you my recipe book. I sell this in my Etsy shop if you're interested. So I separate my recipe binder by category, like poultry, beef, sides, crock pot. And then at the front of each section, I have a table of contents. So for my beef section, I have all of the tried and true recipes that my family likes listed here. And then they're in this order in this section of the recipe binder. And to make it into my binder, 3 out of 5 of the people in my family have to like it for it to make it this far in the binder. Today I'm going to make the easy beef bowls with what I have. I have that ground beef that I thawed and I've started cooking. I'm going to make some rice and I need some peppers from the garden. Over on the left here is our blueberry plant. My husband and my son just pick them off and eat them. That's why there's not that many left. They just sit out here every day and pick the blueberries off and eat them. The only tomato I have growing this year are Amish tomatoes for spaghetti sauce. I'm just going to make a bunch of spaghetti sauce and can it or freeze it. So that's the only tomato I have going this year. I actually over pruned the bottom part of some of the plants, so they're not doing well. I have bell peppers. That's the only pepper I have going this year. My jalapeno seedlings actually died. They bolted. This is my basil, one of my basil plants. It's ready to harvest and make some more pesto. I just freeze pesto and the kids then get to have it all winter. I'm just going to grab a couple of these bell peppers. They will turn red. I have a majestic red pepper variety growing this year, but they're delicious when they're green as well. I ended up finding 3 pretty fantastic peppers to add to lunch today, so we're going to do a little garden to table cooking in this video. This is the sauce that I'll add to the meat once it's done browning. This is brown sugar, coconut aminos, which is a replacement for soy sauce, and about 3 teaspoons of minced garlic. Sometimes I just toss the peppers right in with the beef, but today I'm just going to saute them in a separate pan with the same sauce ingredients, the coconut aminos, garlic, and brown sugar. I'm just going to do it in a separate pan because not everybody likes peppers in my family right now, and so I wanted to add it as like a buffet style. I'm going to have the rice, the beef, the peppers, and some green onions where you can just build your own bowl any way you want. I save vegetable scraps. So the top of the pepper, the sides, the ribs, or whatever those white parts of the inside of the pepper are called, I save those and I put all of my vegetable scraps in a freezer safe bag in my freezer. And then when the bag is full, I make a pot of broth. Here's how I set up lunch today. Grab a bowl, put some rice in it, put some beef in it, add some extra coconut aminos if you want it to be a little saucier. Here's the peppers you can put in on top, and then I chopped up some green onion for them to sprinkle on top.
Got my rice. Got my beef.
I like serving lunch like this because everybody, the 3 kids and my husband and I, can each make bowls the way that we like it and add as much or as little of each ingredient as we want. I also left the coconut aminos out because pretty much everybody likes to add in a little bit more, but they turn out so delicious. After lunch, my 7-year-old challenged me to a game of Snappy Dressers. It's a card game that has like 50 cards in it, but 10 games inside that one deck of cards. I like the critical thinking aspect of this game, plus the 10 games are fun inside one deck of cards. It travels well, it travels light. So this particular game, Snappy Dressers, is one of my favorite games to bring along to sports activities or doctor's appointments or when we travel or just play at home like we are today. My daughter was out back stabbing this gem set. It was like a clay gem set that has 15 gems in it. and the kids have been poking at it throughout the day today. They opened it up today. Mega gemstone kit from National Geographic. It was a gift. And so they've been kind of tinkering at it and trying to get all the gems out today. And then they go back and they look in the booklet at what the gem is and read about it and help each other and just take turns. So this was a nice thing for them to just kind of tinker and play with out back today. My oldest son, 10 and a half years old, he switched over to this solar robot assembly kit. He's made the head and the body so far, but the sun has not really peeked through the clouds very much, so he hasn't been able to do the testing step that he's on right now to test to make sure that the robot head and body work, because he can actually build 12 different robots with this one head and this one body. But he is at the testing stage, and he can't get past this stage because the sun's not out today. Okay, so this is now mostly full bag of vegetable scraps. It has peppers from my garden, green onions, regular yellow onion skins that actually give you great color for your broth, and looks like carrots. Let's see what else. Some celery. And then I cover it with water and boil it down for about 45 minutes. I'm gonna add some salt too. It's been 45 minutes and the color looks great. The vegetables are all cooked down, so this is ready to act as broth now. I strain it using either a colander or cheesecloth, and then once I lift it out, you can see the color is just so beautiful for vegetable broth. Sun came out, so the kids are planning on swimming, but the boys wanted to see if they could test the rocket, and it's not working to expectations. The gears are supposed to spin that are going to act as the wheels, and before he can build the other parts of the robot or any of the other 12 choices of a robot, he has to perfect this, the test, the body, the head, and the test. So these are the 12 robots he can build. But you've got to do the body, the head, and the test, the wheel, and the boat before you get to build any of the robot assemblies. And I mean, look at these instructions. I could not do this. This is the hand. This is for patient hands and engineer brains. I don't have either of those. But my son does, and my husband definitely does. So they'll figure it out. And this is the step that he's at now, testing the gearbox. Did it just move a little for you?
I don't think
These
so.
side gears are supposed to turn.
Something's misaligned. That's just what we got going on. Something's misaligned, that's all.
They've brought it inside for now so that Andy and Brandon can sit and mess with it. Andy needs to finish up working on the lawn, get a shower and all that stuff, and then they're gonna play in the pool and then work on this thing after that. We have this awning set up next to the pool so that we can sit here when the kids are in the pool but be in the shade. And they're just messing with chalk, just playing with dry chalk versus wet chalk from the pool and just seeing what they can make. And underneath the awning, we just have the 2 chairs and a table. And sometimes we eat out here, or at least I have snacks while they're swimming in the pool and stuff. I have a collection of sunscreen that various friends and family have left here this summer. And then I like the Faye mineral sunscreen. That's what the kids, it's what I put on the kids and put on myself. And then we have a collection of pool toys and just stuff that we need outside. I collect it in this basket. I think I got that basket from the dollar store, maybe. Anyway, it keeps it all corralled on top of the table instead of like all over the yard. We also got these this year. This came in a pack of 5. I got them from Amazon. They're just citronella candles to keep the bugs away while we're sitting out here. Speaking of bugs, this is a giant hornet killing a cicada on the side of the pool. It was so noisy, as cicadas typically are, but this is a giant, I think my husband said it's a European wasp, hornet, I don't know. And it's killing the cicada. This thing is massive. My husband had found a hornet's nest in the tree, the big tree in the backyard. And so that's where he thinks that hornet or wasp or whatever it was came from, and he's back there checking that nest to see if there's any activity in there. And then he became obsessed with watching the hornet kill the cicada.
It's gonna survive.
Do we like the beard?
It's gonna survive it.
Retirement looks good on him, right?
I
Right?
like it.
Uh-huh. In this video here, it's going to be on Andy's face. How about we put it right here? In this video here, he cleaned out the garage. Watch that with us next. And we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.